Hi, are you interested in finding out what some of the challenges and opportunities are in internal audit right now? That's what this video is going to be about. I've spent the last couple of months actually interviewing a lot of chief audit executives all over the country and some from around the world. And I've got some good news and some bad news. And as I've kind of collected my thoughts, I wanted to record this quick video to kind of give you a sneak peek at some of the things that I found already. Now, over here, I have this whole flip chart full of my thoughts and ideas that I'll be referring to. But like I said, I want to just give you a quick overview of some of the things to come. Because what's going to be happening now is I'm going to start writing some articles and preparing more videos to actually dig a little bit deeper into some of these areas. But one of the good news is if you are a chief audit executive or an internal audit professional, there's some really consistent themes that I'm seeing. And so I know sometimes we feel like we're the only ones dealing with these issues. But the good news is you're not. A lot of other people are dealing with some of these same issues. And like I said, in future videos and articles, I'm going to get into more about how you can actually either close the gap on some of these challenges or take advantage of some of the opportunities. So let me just give you a quick highlight of some of these things. So from a challenge perspective, internal audit is still not really getting the visibility or kind of the level of stature in organizations that we would like to see academically. In fact, a lot of internal audit departments, the head or chief audit executive, that position is getting pushed down into the organization. So earlier, where it used to be maybe a vice president role, it's being pushed down to a director or a manager level. So organizations are actually pushing that further down and really kind of undermining the status of internal audit. Even when people have the title Chief Audit Executive or something similar to that, they're still not really seen on par in most organizations with other C-level executives. And so obviously that has some issues that go along with it. So that's kind of one aspect to it. Another is there's kind of this academic view of what internal audit should be versus the practical of what the stakeholders actually want. And there's a disparity there that we need to kind of overcome because a lot of people talk about wanting to add value to the organization. In fact, that's included in the mission of internal audit and the definition of internal auditing, that we're supposed to be adding value to the organization. But a lot of people are struggling to be able to show that value. And one of the reasons is most of the stakeholders are expecting internal audit to do very low-level work and do more compliance, check the box type of things. A lot of companies have seen, again, a big shift towards internal audit, spending a lot of time doing things like Sarbanes-Oxley testing as opposed to another group in the organization. And that consumes a lot of time that cannot then be spent on some of these other value added tasks as well. So again, seeing that kind of across the board with regards to that. Another one of the big challenges that people are finding is staffing, actually being able to find people, both bodies to staff the department and actually being able to hire people, but also to find the right people. And so again, there's a big challenge kind of with training people, but that can also be an opportunity as well. So again, lots of people are struggling with that as well. Another one of the areas to talk about kind of right now from the challenges standpoint is the whole concept around independence and about serving two masters. Because internal audit ends up being kind of a different sort of function, reporting to the board, but also to management, there's a lot of challenges in trying to keep both of those stakeholder groups happy because each of them have different expectations. And the reality is, we have to work with both. And so how do you do that in a way that really allows you to do the work academically that we talk about kind of from a standards perspective, but also something that's practical so that you really are adding value to those stakeholders. So those are a few of the challenges. There's more that I'm going to get into later, but like I said, I just want to kind of keep this video short today. On the opportunity side, again, there's lots of opportunities that are out there in the marketplace for internal audit to be able to add more value and to be able to partner more with the business as well, to be able to show the value that's actually out there. And so again, if you look at a lot of times the audit plan does not line up with the risks that are in the ERM risk assessment, and they may not line up as well with kind of the key objectives of the organization. So there's an opportunity there for us to do a much better job of aligning our audit plan to the objectives of the organization. And I know that's a little bit outside of what we've traditionally been taught to do, but I'll share some tips in the future on how to actually do that, which will translate into more value that you're adding for the organizations. Now, there's also some opportunities with technology. There's new technologies out there for using artificial intelligence or robotic processing auditing to try to take away some of the mundane things that we might be doing. That's an opportunity for us to actually take advantage of some of the technology, but sometimes can be a challenge as well because that's not how we've been taught to audit. So as an example, historically, we'll take a sampling approach when we are doing our auditing, but now with technology, you can actually do a full test as opposed to doing sampling. And so that means there's an opportunity for us to change some of the things that we're doing and some of the ways that we're actually auditing. There's also some opportunities for you to be able to kind of redo the team, the internal audit team, and try to think about that in a lot more innovative way than we have historically done. Because there's, the general auditor may be a thing of the past. We're going to need to have more specialized people to be able to help us do some of these things. And so there's, again, an opportunity for us to think about how we change the makeup of our audit team, or how we provide those people with some of these other skills that they need to be more specialized in particular areas, or use outsourcing or co-sourcing as an option for being able to augment the team as well. Now, again, there's a lot of opportunities. People are looking to internal audit to help in trying to look around the corner or think about those risks that have not yet materialized and are asking for help in being able to do that. Again, that is a different skill set than a lot of people have. And so it provides us with an opportunity to be able to go out and do that and provide more value to our stakeholders as well. So wanted to keep this kind of short, but that's a few of the things that I'm starting to see that are out there. And like I said, I'm going to be providing more resources through articles and videos to get into some of these topics in more detail, and not just tell you what the challenge is, but actually provide you with some opportunities or solutions for being able to either fix those challenges or take advantage of some of those opportunities as well. So that's what's to come. Thanks for listening. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to connect with me on LinkedIn and like my YouTube page as well, because that's where you're going to start to see me posting where you can access some of those things that are to come. So with that, go forth and have a great rest of your day.